All right. Okay. So welcome to another live streaming session. I think today um, I want to discuss about. So welcome to another live streaming session. I think today um, I want to discuss about. Uh, Somewhere is my voice getting echo. Let me check. I want to discuss about somewhere is my. All right. Okay. There was another session. It was running in parallel, so I closed that video. Um, Sounds good. Okay. So um, I just want to, share about the recent analysis which I uh, did on the Snowflake integration with ChatGPT. Uh, I think this would help in for many use cases, like in your for your data analysis or for your okay, minute guys are having trouble. All right, I would recommend one. Okay, so this would help uh, the data engineers or data analysts or the business org to take a decision on various using the OpenAI technology, right? So uh, basically, how we can integrate OpenAI with Snowflake. So I just written high level article about how we can map or how we can plug OpenAI into Snowflake system or Snowflake cloud with the help of on top of that you can do the analysis which is leveraging OpenAI technology from there. In this example, in this article, I have written about customer analysis, but obviously you can, based on your use cases, based on your requirement, you can uh, obviously add more details about it. Um, right. So I'm not going to deep dive into that here. Instead, I'm just going to um, talk about how we can set up uh, the things in Snowflake and how we can plug the OpenAI here. All this you can refer this article. I think I already put this article link in the description below. Um, so you can refer it, and probably you guys let me know in the comment section or chat, or you can reach out to me in LinkedIn uh, if you have any trouble. But I think it is more straightforward, I guess. Um, Even I'm in a pretty initial stage of understanding with these things, but whatever I learned so far, I just want to share with the community. That was the main reason I was doing this live streaming here. So all right, so here this article. So in order to integrate to system, obviously we need access to the both application. Here one is a Snowflake, so the prerequisite is you should have a Snowflake account in order to use this. And then Second is obviously the OpenAI login. So I think they are providing a free. I don't think they are providing any free trial option. So let's go to check. Let's check it out. So this is where once you log in your OpenAI ChatGPT, where you can uh, enable the um, API key here. So you can click on create new secret key and then copy that key and you can use it anywhere. But let me check the usage. Right. I think there's for every API call. I'm not no, I'm not deep dive into the what is the cost expensive or cost related things, or how about the GPT-4 turbo engine cost and all. I'm not going to deep dive into that. I'm just telling, I just want to show you guys how we can get the API key for the OpenAI and then how we can integrate it in Snowflake. That's the whole idea of this this training. Even I'm just trying googling myself. I'm just referring this article, but still, when you go for an real time, obviously you will end up with some kind of challenging, right? So I'm just trying to share the details as much as I can, whatever I learned so far. So yeah, here is the API key. So once you log in, OpenAI, and then create the new secret key. You can name it the key whatever it is based on your preference. I just created with some Snowflake chat for testing purpose. I'm not going to use it, but just this I'm not going to delete this, and you just keep it as it is. So this article, it's more about I just want to have a use case, right? How to integrate the when you go for integration, what is the use case of the integration? So I'm using this integration for customer analysis, right? So I just want to see who is my customers, top 10 customers from my Snowflake database, and I want to evaluate some of my business use cases using leveraging LLM approach here. So that is pretty simple use case scenario. I took it for an testing, for a demo purpose. So obviously it depends, it varies, right, based on the individual business use case. You can have whatever you want. Okay, so we have the OpenAI and navigate to API section and generate the API key. Yes, we have this is the place where we have to get the API key for OpenAI, and then so creating a required table. So assume we have a table already, or you can create a table. In this case, I'm just creating a customer table. So customer table could have a customer number, customer name, customer mask name, right? So so these are the typical customer dimensional table to hold the relevant customer information. And then this is the from step 3. These are the key portion which we need to be keen to understand the process of setting OpenAI in Snowflake environment. So if you allow Snowflake, if you're Snowflake admin, then probably you might have heard about how we grant access to the third-party tools, third-party API, third-party IP address, right? So in order to do that, we have to individually create a network external apply rule for it. So that's what we are doing in this specific SQL. So we are creating a network rule where the network rule is basically we are saying to, hey, we are going to use this um, external link to access it. So I just want to open the network access from Snowflake machine or Snowflake backend machine to OpenAI.com. So that's what we are saying here. And then we are creating a OpenAI API key as a secret key because we don't want to expose our key in our code. So that's why we're just creating a API key and then um, keeping the API key in a secret place. So um, so this API key nothing but the one which we created or which we are going to create or whatever it is. So once you create the API key in that place, you just copy that and replace that key with here. So yeah, this is the second layer for having the API key in your Snowflake. The third SQL is for external access integration. Whatever we created as a rule and API key, we are just enabling that process in the third step. That's what it is. That's what it is doing here. So right. So this is the these are the three DDL for creating the or enabling the access to Snowflake. Let me check. Let me see. I can create this. Okay, I'm logging into my Snowflake account, database, public, and my warehouse is compute. Warehouse, let's check this. I thought to just walk through that article, but let's give a try. Okay, so we created a network rule, and then the API key. The API key is for a moment. Let me copy that, or I can create a new one. Right? Let's create a new one. Maybe live streaming, something like this. Copy, replace. Okay, and external access. Okay, so we created the network rule and we allowed the Snowflake to access or read the data from OpenAI.com, right? So that's what the third step here. And okay, so why I'm creating a function? You have a variety of flavors in order to take this approach, but typically in this article what I did is I was trying to host. I was providing the user interface to the customers so that they can leverage the data analysis whatever they want. For example, in this case, the customer name, right? So they want to know about what is the customer information and that, what are the customer values, or kind of at least the metadata information about the customer, right? So I would like to provide the UI to the customers where they can chat with the ChatGPT directly within the Snowflake. So when we talk about UI user interface in Snowflake, I think um, Streamlit is a powerful integration tool which is available in Snowflake, because probably you guys know Snowflake acquired Streamlit. So I think we can leverage Streamlit, and then in order to pass this input and get the response from always when you send the input and get the response, as a programmer you'll think of it as a function, right? The function is nothing but you may need to send some input, and then or you may not, right? It returns some output, right? That was the main reason we have to. I end up with creating the function. So let's take this function and see how it's gonna work. So create replace function, and I'm taking the function name called function GPT. GPT is the model name, and system is like what are the system input information, and then prompt is a string, which is the one which is customer is providing the value, and this is returning the string. This is pretty much the same format of creating a function in Snowflake, which language we are using and what type of versioning. So this is typically we need to. It's like a syntax, right? And that external access integration is nothing but the one which we created just before, and the package is OpenAI, and secret is the OpenAI key, the one because if you don't create this, every time we have to end up with manually passing the key here, which is something, it's not good, right? So that's better to keep a secret value. And then we are importing Snowflake, importing OpenAI package, and then we are just, this is a typical function prompt and giving system prompt, and we are calling Snowflake get current shell, and then if you're familiar with I think let's see, is there any place documentation? Okay, so in OpenAI documentation, they have given how to configure, how to pass the input, and what is the key value pair, everything. So that's how I pick the data, the relevant function prompt value from here, and I passed here. And for this example, I'm using GPT-4. GPT-4 is one of the another engine, I guess. Let me see whether it's available here or not. Okay, so these are the model which is publicly available for the developers to access the OpenAI. Each individual model, it has its own performance and pros and cons. So we may need to explore a little bit more about before what model you want for your project and all. So I end up with picking this GPT-4, but it may vary based on your requirement. And then this temperature, it's typically the syntax which I took it from there. Honestly, I don't know what is all about this keywords and all. We'll explore, and probably I will get back to you. And then the return responses, obviously it's a function. It should return something, right? So let's run this. And see will it work? So once we created this, then now we are going to create a user interface to the customers where they can leverage our application to provide input and read the input, and they can chat with the uh, ChatGPT directly in the Snowflake, right? So, so many of people generally ask, okay, the ChatGPT is already available. Why should I integrate here, right? Uh, in for those uh, integration, it's not within our organization. This kind of integration would definitely help to restrict your company data. Also, you can apply more filter to your customers to see and uh, what are the data you don't want to see from ChatGPT, right? So you can apply the restriction because everything is a code, right? You can read the input and apply the filter, and you can mask the data. So that those kind of use cases also you can think of. Okay, cool. So we created successfully the function. In order to create this user interface, we need a Streamlit, right? So go here and we have to choose the Python worksheet and select the same sales database and public things, and you can pick the package whatever you want. So, but I'm gonna copy this whatever uh, whatever the code is available in the article. So could not handle. Okay, so um, okay, let's let's execute and we can take a look, right? Let's see. So this is not a place, I think. I need to I need to go here, right? I need to go Streamlit. That is not a Streamlit. That's a Python worksheet. So let's live streaming, computer arrows. Let's stick with my same database which I created. Here you have to replace the code. The one which we went before, right? That is more about uh, you know more about the Python sheet. That is not a Streamlit play. So cool. So as soon as we copy the code and paste it here, we see um, the beautiful user interface which is available for the customer to view and play around it, right? So, so these are the default prompts, but obviously you can extend it accordingly. But right now we don't have any customer data in our table, right? So if I run it, I'm not sure which schema is picking up, or is it already table is available? Okay. The customer, okay, this is a customer name table. Right. So yeah, so I think in my schema I already have the customer table with a list of records. So when I execute the customer table, so it is having um, um, it execute the query, and it returns a response. With also you can pass um, like give me some details about Apple company. Let's see, will it work or not? No data, the customer name. Give me Apple computer, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so I think Um, so though it is connecting um, connecting to the our database. I think here it is customer name, right? But we created okay. So that's why it is not um, it's not pulling any data. Um, what I can do is let's go to worksheet. Um, let's say customer name test something. I'm just changing the table name for a moment and insert into customer name values state and Apple computer 1 2 3. This everything is for uh, testing. I want to play around whether state is a function. Okay, so it is created. Now execute and see. Okay, we have Apple computer. This go to live streaming and edit. So I'm going to replace all my customer name to customer name test. Customer name test. Okay. Now let's run. Okay, run. I think should I execute should run one. This makes sense because I created only one record Apple. Okay, now just give me the detail about Apple computer. Okay, so customer name, customer data string, provide details about the customer. Okay, Apple computer. Because this is how I'm passing the customer name to the Snowflake. All right, so cool. So it is details customers are quite limited. Customers of the Apple computer mentioned is 20 possibly data purchase. Number 123 because the customer is 123, the number which we have provided. The term is DFG is uncleared. So it is doing something based on the data, right? So uh, it really cool, right? It really cool the how it is acting like a chat database, uh, like what are the information we are passing based on that it goes back to OpenAI and come up with a response on whatever we are expecting, right? So that is really cool about this one. So I think we play around about at least how we can integrate at basic level for the beginners, I think, because even I'm in a beginner stage. So hopefully it helps you, in terms of understanding the setup process. We'll see in next video.